All right, welcome back, Triton Trojans fans. I'm Andy O'Hara alongside the Hall of Famer Ryan Lemler as the Big Blue Slam get ready to take on their third match of the morning. 2-0 in the first two sets, beating LaVille by 25-18 in the first set, 25-11 in that first match. And then had a close one in the first set against Culver, 25-23, and then finished things off 25-12 to win their second match. They're going to be facing Argos, who won their first match against Culver, and then lost to LaVille in the last one, if you saw it there. And they'll be moving on, get ready to play this one here. Triton looking like they're in position to be playing in that championship match for the end of the day here. So a lot of fun getting to know some of the volleyball terms, and I learned a lot this morning from the interviews that I did and ones that I tried to do that I unfortunately didn't get something on as the girls continue to practice here. So Big Blue Slam showing off their flexing their muscles here on the home court very well at the Trojan Trench. Play really well here, and they're showing off. Switch jerseys here for this match. Go back to the gold jerseys. They had the blue ones on earlier, and now they switch to the gold ones. So about 40 seconds here, we'll get things underway. Coach Perry, you gotta believe these girls are prepared and ready to rock and roll here for this third match. Argos, of course, had just a tough defeat there in the last match against LaVille. Which LaVille's over there playing Culver right now in the activity center. I'm not sure who we're going to face. I've seen a lot of John Glenn shirts still around, so I got a feeling John Glenn's who we're going to be facing, or whoever the Triton makes it to that game will be facing for the championship round. So, not sure, but I'm guessing here. So like I said, we'll see what happens. So here we go, get things back underway. Of course, the officials here this morning. I guess we're now in the afternoon, so morning's over with Dan Richard and Carl Abraham is in our gym here, and they'll also do the championship or the final game. And then over the other side, we got Jerry Newman and Casey Carswell running the activity center over there. So here we go, get things underway. Both teams line up on their end line, get ready to shake hands. Should be in for a good one here. Have they played Argos this year? Sorry, I'm pretty bad. I probably have looked, but I can't remember. Yes, they had played Argos and they won. That was the second game of that 4-game winning streak. They won. They swept and they broke the brooms out. We'll see what they can do here. Their second time facing the Lady Dragons of Argos. So out there, you're going to have Hostrauser with Abby Veers. Got him. Looks like Molly McFarland might be checking in like she usually does. Yates, Alexa Veers, Lexia Hostrauser, Jayla Faulkner, and Emma Hepler, the sniper, gets ready to set things off. Had a lot of fun getting to know a lot of the stuff here this morning, and enthusiasm, Coach Perry. You gotta believe these girls are prepared and ready to go. Officials getting things back underway. And there's the switch. McFarland in, back to her normal spot. The libero. I learned a lot about that position, listening to her talk, and of course Lexia Hostrauser really talked to me. We're gonna retry Emma's interview. I messed that one up with the card, but here we go. Emma Hepler sends it away. Argos tries to recover. McFarland and Argos gets a point. They're going to be the first one on the board. The serve for them now is Kendall Ferguson, the senior. It took the Big Blue Slam a little bit of time to get back in the swing of things after that first match, in that first set against Culver. Just got to keep that confidence and listen to these girls talk. They do a real good job of encouraging one another and keeping a good attitude. Attitude's a big thing according to some of them. Nice job by Veers, and they're going to call a double hit on the Dragons. Triton's on the board. Senior Alexa Veers, she'll go back and get ready to send it away. Ball goes up and over the basket, and they're still trying to keep it alive. And hits the top of the net. Good job by Yates to ensure that wasn't coming back on our side. Knotted up back at 2. Alexa Veers for her second attempt. And the barrow, Madeline DeWolf. Couldn't quite get the angle she wanted, and Triton goes up. Triton seeing their first lead in this first set. All smiles down there along the line. And hit goes off the mark. There's an ace. Alexa Veers on a roll here. 3-point swing. Wolf back on over. Ostrauser gets a piece of it and knocks it across. Triton really rolling here. Gets it just past the defender on the other side. I believe that was Carrie Norris, I believe, was on that corner spot. Might be wrong, too. Happened kind of quick. Veers sends it across. Nice block by Ostrauser. Strong hit there by Dreamer Richard. Sorry, Kaylee Bradley. I was looking at the wrong roster. Thought I had it right. Veers now again. Another ace for them. 7-2's our score. Here we go, Veers now. Sends it away. Argos trying to recover. Not quite what DeWolf wanted, but another shot there for Triton. 8-2. Veers sends it quickly across. DeWolf got it back across here for Argos. The other DeWolf saves it. So good to try to knock it across. Veers tries to send it again. Good job by McFarland to knock it across. Faulkner with a good tip. Argos recovers. A lot of active hands. And Heppel with a nice set. Ostrauser can't get to it, double hit. That was a nice rally there. Checking in now will be Sierra Schnitz. Junior checking in. Strong serve by Dreamer Richard. Now want to go out, Triton goes up 6. Here comes Abby Veers. McFarland will take a break. Takes her seat next to Coach Perry. Ostrauser now across. Abby Veers a little too strong, not quite the angle she wanted. 9-4. And that'll set Madeline DeWolf. She'll get ready to send it away. Checking in the first time this set is Allison Grothos, freshman. She'll be on the front corner there, and they got that point there. Now Triton leading by 4. DeWolf gets it just across. That'll be too far out, and that'll bring the Dragons within 3. They're on a little bit of a rally here. Wolf can't quite get that one across the net. Triton will get the ball back and gain a point. Hepler and Yates to take a seat. Miller and Hensley checking in now for the Big Blue Slam. And McFarland, she's back in as well. Nice dig by Delaney Miller. Hensley can't quite dial it in where she wants it. And that'll bring the Dragons within 3. It may be cooler up here, but it's warm down there in that interview room. Nice block by Abby Veers. She led the block party. She was part of that block party with Hostrouser a match ago. And she's coming right back into that form. Jayla Faulkner, the junior, gets ready to send it away. Nice job by her. The Wolf can't quite keep it in bounds. Triton gets a point.
They could probably put a sauna in down there and not even have to spend much money to do it.
Nope, I don't think so. I think I might have lost some weight down there just a little bit. But we have to turn the fan off because it's too loud.
Well, I felt the air coming out of it, and it wasn't cold or hot, so I'm not sure what it was doing.
White noise.
They need some noise reduction insulation around it or something.
Oh, they'll get there. They're doing a good job underneath there. That'll be 4 hits. And Triton gets a point there. McFarland on the serve. Had a lot of fun in her interview with Lexia Hostrouser. Both very smart, very talented young ladies. McFarland can't quite get that one to go over where she wants it. But remember here, Triton had a hard time against Culver in that opening set of their last match, but yet they came back strong. They started to get on a roll. Leading 14-9 here. Hostrouser can't quite get where she wants in position and knock it back across. Argos gets the point. That's going to set up another serve for Alyssa Grothus. Really calm. A little confirm. Little confusion down there in the court. Hepler back in. The sniper will go back, get ready to serve it. Yates also checking back in. Argos tries to keep it alive and can't. Triton goes up by 6.
Of course, in that last match, we've seen LaVille scored 25 straight points against Argos.
And I was in the locker room for most of that, down there doing the interviews, and I came out and I heard somebody say, "Up there, up 19-0." I'm like, what? And there's another point.
Unfortunately, I was dumb and didn't turn the sound on. It would have been a good match to have the sound on for.
I'm starting to wear off on you. Although technically, when I touch something bad goes wrong.
No, I just didn't turn it back on because I had it off between the matches.
There's an ace there. Well, it happens. I mean, it's Saturday morning.
Well,
we have also been here since 7:30 this morning. Just saying. I'll tell you what. Before we go watch my grandpa said he was gonna. I'm not allowed to look at the updates. So he's gonna tape the Notre Dame game. We're gonna eat dinner. We're gonna watch it after he records it.
Oh, is it already started?
It'll start like at 2, I think.
Oh.
But we're gonna watch it later, so I can still take a nap and not miss it. I don't need to watch the shellacking with IU and Ohio State, so we don't need to watch that. But the Notre Dame game, look forward to watching them play. But I'll tell you what, talked to Coach Baker down there and everybody about getting to do these interviews and tell them how awesome it is. And a couple of the parents I talked to as well, I said, it's a lot of fun getting to watch this game. I said, and I told Lexia and Molly that in their interview that I'll tell you what, volleyball's is creeping up to basketball. It's getting close to surpassing. I just like the aspect and all the technical part of it. And like we talked the other night, I want Danny to learn how to play volleyball. I think she would be good. I think I would be afraid to be in front of a ball that she would hit, but it would be a good game for Danny to try. Veers, and it touches a Argos player on the way out. And Triton still on a roll here. Lepler gets another shot.
I wonder how young you can start playing volleyball.
Well, I was talking, and Molly said at a very young age she started kind of getting into it. Imagine the next couple of years Danny can start. Imagine there's any volleyball camps. I'm pretty sure I can bring her over here and she'd have a good time.
I don't know that I've ever seen the net any lower than regulation, but it seemed like that'd be pretty high for maybe even a 10-year-old.
They might have a different way they lower it, or even just teach them some of the fundamentals. I mean, the elementary's got to get it up over the net somehow. Nice hit there by Taryn Yates. Nice ball movement by the Big Blue Slam. DeWolf. Oh, and Fears can't quite get it across. Right idea. A lot of good passing there by Triton. Triton up by 9. Ferguson gets ready to send it away. McFarland to Hepler. Post Strouser with a nice spike. And the Dragons can't recover. Up 10 now. Triton 4 points away from ending this set. Strong hit by Caitlin DeWolf, the freshman. That one goes out.
Looks like Glenn's in here watching us, so I have a good feeling that's who we'd be taking on.
So that would be interesting because first game of the season, Triton's probably grown since then, and I haven't looked up Glenn's record, but I imagine we could be in for a pretty interesting match after this one, depending how much is left in the tank. And that'll be the end of the first set. Triton wins 25-11 over the visiting Dragons. Triton playing very well here on their home floor. So like we said earlier, the cross-country team was in action this morning. And tennis team traveled up to Jimtown. Wasn't too bad of a morning. Wasn't too humid. It was nice.
Oh, it was perfect last night after the game.
Yeah, it was great. It was still warm in the press box. But hey, it was fine. It was fine. And,
well, there's a lot of hot air in the press box last night.
Thanks a lot. Oh, boy. Now Orion's starting to get his jabs in now here. Hey, I admitted that sometimes I can overtalk people and talk over people. But being the oldest of 3 and a little sister that talks more than any other human being that I know, and she'll probably watch this, and I won't tell her about this, so maybe she won't watch it. But you got to get a word in now, and you just keep right on talking, and you don't stop. And to this day, as adults, we all 3 still have a problem with it. We will sit there, and Michelle has came to some of our family Christmases and Thanksgivings and everything, and when Lindsay and my little sister Lindsay and my little brother Jesse, we get out there, we'll start to have conversations and start talking about stuff, and Mom will try, and then you have to keep talking. If you take a breath, the next person gets in, and you're done for like 5 minutes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. They're great, but I'll tell you what, poor Dad. Dad never talks. And thinking back as a kid, I don't think I remember Dad really talking a whole lot when all of us started to learn how to talk. I'm pretty sure he didn't. he just had facial expressions and you knew what Dad meant. Oh, boy. But I imagine, but Danny is now just like her Aunt Lindsay, and it's a fight for talking. And we were joking. Everybody says it's funny, but it's Andy and Lindsay 2.0. And I looked at my sister and said, we've created a monster. She wants to rule the roost and talk, and then she has that mean streak her dad's got and that little short fuse that her dad can have.
And she went to tell me all about the shark video last week.
Oh, that
baby shark. Yeah,
baby
that's
shark.
right.
I didn't know what it was, and I made a mistake on a trip to Riley that my father-in-law and he starts singing it, then that's where he started, and now it's stuck in my head. I like it. It's not that bad, but when it's over and 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 over again, I tell you right now, and now it's on commercials. Oh, I can't escape it. Needless to say, I've not bought it to go to play on the over-the-car radio in the van. Let's just be clear. It's not going to be in there because I don't know if we could do it. That's how accidents happen. All right, here we go. Get the second center away. Madeline Dahl's out there. Madison Davis is out there in the back line with McFarland, Veers, Hepler, and Hostrauser rounding out the six. Nope. So Argos on the board first in this second set. Little miscommunication there. That's all right. Madeline Dahl with the dig. And Triton answers right back. They'll knot it back up at 1. So you just settle down. Everybody, I'll tell you what, in the interviews, you talk about a group of young ladies that like to have fun out there. I'll tell you what, they just enjoy themselves there. That's a lot of fun for us. It was a lot of fun to interview them this morning. Nice block. And Triton takes the lead. And eventually, I'm going to ask, like, the formations and all the stuff where everybody kind of sits there, explain that to me, but we'll have to get that figured out. I'm going to have to pick a couple parents to have them explain to me all the formations and stuff, or even my source at work is going to have to sit down and explain to me why we have 2 people standing in the corner and everybody stands, because when I learned it in PE class, you had 3 in the front, 3 in the back, and everybody just rotated. However, I imagine there's a little more to it now. Emma Hepler gets ready to send it away. Nice serve there. Argus tries to keep it alive, and that'll be an ace for the sniper, Emma Hepler.
Maybe it makes it easier for the backcourt to see where the ball is at the beginning. Yeah. I don't know.
True. True. And I was talking, and they were explaining everything to me. You got to be, well, and like Copeland says, you don't want to think, but at the same time, you got to be thinking where everybody's at and communicating. But I was talking to Coach Perry when I first met her. This is a chatty group, and yes, they are. That's a good thing. Communication, they all have a great attitude. Whether they're up on the scoreboard or they're down, they have a great attitude the whole time. Veers splits the defense, but they're going to say, okay, I don't know what that one is. Maybe they got their hands in the net. Maybe that's what it was. That looks. I think I saw that the other night. I think that's what that means. Like I said, I'll have to do some checking. I'll learn eventually. Now Argus can't quite answer back. Triton goes up by 6.
It was a hand signal, you said?
It was a hand signal, so it was like, let's see. None of those look it.
Okay. Maybe those aren't all of them.
Well, we'll go with it. Huh. Oh, so that one where they go like this is called an illegal hit. There you go. I don't know what that is. Not quite sure I don't know what that one was. Triton back up 8 in Argus. We'll put them up by 9. Put Triton back up by 9. Emma Hepler Having a lot of fun back there. A lot of communication. Sends it well across. Argos trying to keep it alive. That one goes out. Triton's on a roll here.
Well, she served 11 straight.
Triton can't quite get the block, and Argos is back on the board. Substitution coming in. Sierra Schnitz coming in. And that'll send Samantha Ferguson to the bench. Now Richard will send the serve. Nice job by Helper to stay with it. Hostrauser. Good job by Lexia Hostrauser to keep it alive. Nice dig by her. Good job by Alexa Veers with the technical play there. That was pretty good. I like those. Did you go up there and just pop? It's a sound effects. It's like watching tennis when those guys go there like they're going to smack her hard and just barely tap it to get up over the net. I always imagine what the guy felt like on the other side. I imagine he isn't real happy, or the person on the other side just ain't real happy. Michelle does that. It doesn't feel good. Veers keeps it alive. Faulkner gets it blocked, and we're going to get a Trojan player 4 hits. McFarland can't quite get up high enough to go over the net. And I was down there walking down there. I didn't really take an appreciation of how tall that net actually is. I mean, up here we're saying it doesn't look that bad, but that's a lot taller than I thought it was. Good job by Jayla Faulkner to get it back across. Strong hit there by Schnitz. And Triton goes back up by 9. Abby Veers checking in for McFarland. As Lexia Hostrauser gets ready to serve. And 4 hits. And I did ask them, I talked about in the last broadcast, or the last match we had about the hitting off the farms. It still looks like it hurts. But they were telling me there's a difference, like it comes in there and sometimes it hurts because you're trying to hit as it comes to you, but there's those times where you got to kind of lift it to hit. And I said, well, those ones don't look bad, but the other ones, it's like, I don't know. I said, it's okay, I'm a wimp. I'll admit it. Almost a miscommunication there on Argos' end. Veers comes in with a spike. They'll go up 12. Triton on the roll here.
Who's that down there by Farrell?
By Farrell. I do not know.
Okay. First I thought it was McKinney, but I think he should be playing tennis, so I don't think it's him.
If I'm going to take a shot in the dark, I must think that's Lucas Cabrera.
Okay.
I'm taking a shot here. Like I said, it's hard to recognize these guys without their helmets on in their uniforms, okay? You know, there's a story about Drew Brees when he plays with the Saints. I think it was the Saints where he was playing. He was walking down the street and somebody didn't really recognize who he was. And he thought that was odd, and he had to realize, well, I have my helmet on. They don't know what I look like with my helmet off and my jersey not on, so.
I think they took team pictures last week, so hopefully I'll get a hold of those soon, and then we'll be able to scope people out.
Yeah, we need to do that because, and I did put my hand in for. I told Farrell he needs to let Coach Eunice know that I'll be late to a broadcast to see one of those pregame speeches in the locker room.
Oh.
The guys tell me that they're just awesome. Or West Haver, he was telling me about the goosebumps. I'm like, I want to be in there. I said, you guys gotta give me a ticket in. Coach Eunice, I like him. He's awesome. Appreciate what they did for us. The nice little memento they gave us there for the football shirts. That was pretty cool. I got home, Michelle says, wow, I like that shirt.
I never got to see a pregame pep talk from Coach Brown, but those postgame ones were pretty insightful.
Hey, and I'm telling you what, when he's in there, he's talking. I mean, Eunice, he'll get these guys fired up. But I mean, you gotta imagine Browns were just as good. Of course, he's down at Elwood now. Miss seeing him. I miss the juice boxes and orange slices. And or the fruit snacks and juice boxes. I think that was next to winning the sectional championship, I think that was my favorite thing last year, was the post-game interviews with Coach. All right, here we go. Madison Davis. Nice server. Oh, can't quite reel that one in. That'll be a point for Argos. Triton leading 19-7.
Would have liked to have been in the locker room Wednesday night after the volleyball match.
They were loud down here now. I can imagine that locker room was rocking. I imagine Coach Perry's got some pretty good motivational speeches in her. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure she'd be a fun one to listen to. And I'm sure Coach Groves and Coach Heckman are pretty good too. I mean, getting to know them. Plus, I like hearing Jason's philosophies when he starts talking, and Adam. I like hearing Adam's breakdown of things, and I'm sure they're a lot of fun to get people fired up.
Somewhere I got a couple of Jason's pre-games. I think I got the one from State. Somewhere. Somewhere.
Hey, I wouldn't mind getting to see a pre-game speech just to kind of be a fly on the wall, kind of quiet in the background. 29's our score, 5 points away for the Trojans to win this match. Davis, Hostrauser sends it down in a hurry. DeWolf, nice block by Hostrauser and Hensley there to make sure that one wasn't coming back across. Dahl and Hepler checking in for Miller and Hensley. Emma Hepler, the sniper, will go back to her own end line. 4 points away. Nice serve across, and she'll get the ace.
Hopefully the match in the auxiliary gym, all those, well, I guess I'm not exactly sure how that worked, but the last match over there would be LaVille and Culver.
Yeah.
Is that who's playing?
That's who's playing right now.
I guess that ain't gonna affect who.
No, because we beat.
Yeah, we beat both of them.
So I imagine the Glenville might be a fun matchup. We'll see what happens.
So according to the packet, after this it should be about a 20-minute break.
Okay. So.
Or shorter if each team's agree to start faster, but.
We'll see what happens. Well, Coach Perry wants to watch that Notre Dame game. I don't think she's recording it.
She might be going to it. I don't know.
Nothing wrong with that.
She lives up there.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. And Triton takes the match 25-9. They're 3-0 on the morning. They're defending their home court. Now they'll get a shot at John Glenn. We'll see what they can do, and we'll be back here on the Triton Trojan Sports Network, and we will be back with that next match as it gets underway.